Scrap Your Stash. My name is Pam Morin. I am a Creative Memories Advisor, and we get together every Wednesday night and have some fun. I have been looking forward to hanging out with you guys all day. All during the day, I'm thinking, gosh, I wish I could just log off of this meeting and go downstairs and start scrapbooking. I really need a scrapbooking fix. So if that's been your day today and you think about being in your scrapping space and having some fun, then I'm glad you're here with me tonight. Be sure and tell us where you're joining from. We love for you to say hi, and we love to know where everyone is scrapping from with, and we'd love to know if you are what you're working on. If you're working on your yearly album, if you're working on a grandkid or a kid's album, we'd love to know what projects you have for 2026. What are you planning for this year? What projects? I have so much to talk to you about tonight and show you. And one of the things I want to show you is on my head. This is the Advisor Join gift. Well, one of the things in the Advisor Join gift is this cute little hat, and it says, I'm Scrappy. And it's a really fun Creative Memories blue. And it does have that adjustable strap in the back, so you can adjust it to fit your head. And I'm loving it. I can't wait to wear it this summer because it's such a fun blue. So this is one of the free gifts that you get when you join my team. Another one is this great tote bag that says Crop Crew, where memories meet friends. How cute. You know, we have the best bags, and they are always a great quality bag. And it does have, oh, I didn't even know about that. It does have the Creative Memories, but what I was going to show you is it does expand so that you have a good amount of space here. Great size to throw an album and some paper and a pen and head on over to your friend's house for a day of scrapping. It is a great size, and it is so cute. And what a great gift it would make. I love that it says Creative Memories on the bottom. We found something out together. But it is a fun scrapbooking tote with all of our tools. And it actually has the tool that we are highlighting tonight on it, the Border Maker system, which is over here. So all of our tools, how fun to have this great bag to take your things with you to crops and just anywhere. If you're an advisor, it's a great way to advertise for Creative Memories, right? Because people are definitely going to see these fun colors and these fun pictures on the bag. So it's a really cute bag, and really excited to use that at my upcoming crop. I can't wait. So this advisor gift is available through the first quarter. So this is the hat and the bag. There we go. Are the advisor gifts that you get when you join my team. And I would love for you to come and join Team Scrappy Bunch. We named our team last year. We had a fun contest, and the winner of the contest got some Creative Memories credits from me for naming our team. And this is what we decided on, #Team Scrappy Bunch, which I love because, I don't know, because it has the word bunch in it, I think of the Brady Bunch, which is one of my favorite shows growing up. So I love the name. And we are just a bunch of fun ladies that love to scrap together. So it just describes us perfectly. So you can go out to my website here on my QR code, and that it's real easy to join. Just click on join in the upper left corner. Not only do you get these 2 free gifts, but you also get a $50 CM credit to spend on whatever you'd like. So head on out there, or if you have any questions, just send me a message and I'd love to answer those for you. We have the best advisor program there is because there's no obligation. You decide what your CM membership looks like. And what I mean by that is you can decide to start your own business, or you can just join for the discount on all of your products. It's totally up to you. There's no obligation. There's no pressure to do anything. You don't have to sell or host events or do anything. So it's totally up to you. And if you decide to do your own business, you can define what that looks like. So it's just the best. It really puts the focus on you and your business and your membership, however that looks for you. And it puts the focus on creating the albums that we all love to create. So think about that and, just reach out if you have any questions. There's also a bunch of information out there on my website telling you exactly about our our advisor program. It gives you all the details, but I'm happy to answer any questions as well. All right. So let's get on to the next thing, because like I said, I do have so many things to talk about tonight. I got my box today. It's like Christmas here. And as you can see in the lower right-hand corner, I've got my table camera going, and you can see that it is covered. It is covered with Your Own Way. That is the collection that came out a couple weeks ago. So we're going to take a look at that because I just got those today. And this is the collection that I'll be using in my calendar album, which we are going to work on the first Monday of the month, every month. Remember, I have a new website, and it has all of my events out there that you can take a look at. And see if I can show this at the same time. There we go. My website is www.pamsscrapbooks.com. It has all of my events out there, including Scrap Your Stash, my Wednesday night live. So it tells you all about what we're doing every month, every Wednesday of the month. The first through the fifth Wednesday, what we're going to be doing, so you can plan and prepare and maybe have some things ready to go and play alongside me while we're here tonight. So be sure and bookmark that out on your favorite search engine. Go ahead and bookmark that pamsscrapbooks.com so you can stay current on all of my events, and you can take a look at what we'll be doing every Wednesday in Scrap Your Stash. All right. So let me get started. Let's switch on over to the collection that is on my table. So, like I said, this is all of the pieces for the Your Own Way, and this is the yearly collection. So what that means is this collection will be available all year long. So if you are like me and you love to have a scrapbook that matches, everything matches, all of the colors are cohesive throughout the scrapbook, this is a great way to do that, because not only do we have the collection that's out all year, then every month a new kit will be released. Oops, sorry, knocked my camera there. A new kit simple page kit will be released, and it will be in the same color palette as the collection, the Your Own Way collection, and it'll be different themes. So I did order the collection bundle. And what that means is I ordered all of the collections for the first quarter. So I have kits. So I have 3 kits here because I ordered the kit bundle. And so I have January's kit, which would be number 1. So they're numbered by month. Simple page kit number 1. And each kit, when you order the bundle, then you get that bonus little embellishment to go along with the kit. Look how beautiful that is. Oh, I love that foil. It's hard to show you without getting that glare from my light. It is just gorgeous. Spring vibes. Okay, so January kit is this beautiful. I love this color that we are using for this kit. Orchid is what that's called, deep orchid. Um, so this would be, okay, so this is the kit number 1. So this little embellishment goes with this kit, Celebrate. And then kit number 2, the theme is Everyday Wonder, and it does have some hearts in it. So it is a little tribute to Valentine's Day in February. So this is kit number 2, and the little embellishment is also a Valentine's Day theme, Forever Mine. So you have kit number 2 for February, and then kit number 3 for March. And so we're getting into some spring themes here, spring vibes. So that is kit number 3. So if you order the bundle, then you get these bonus embellishments with your bundle with each kit. Or you can order each kit once a month. Like I said, they come out each month. Or you can order the bundle in the first month of the quarter. So this month you can order quarter 1's kits for January, February, and March. And that's what this is here. So I'm excited to get these put together. And they're so easy to do. They're so fun to do. I'm going to put those aside, and let's keep talking about the other pieces of the collection, Your Own Way. This is the cardstock sampler pack, and this comes along with the Buy It All bundle. So I bought the whole collection, Your Own Way collection, and I have the designer paper, the tone-on-tone paper, the cardstock sampler pack, the matte pack, the 2 sets of stickers. One's a white background and one's a clear. And then the month titles and the embellishments. And then you get the bonus playbook when you do the Buy It All bundle. And, oops, almost forgot, the border punch that we're going to be using tonight called Decorative Waves. And if you're a Creative Memories lover and you've been using Creative Memories for a while, you can see that our branding has changed. You'll see that they have a new look. Our paper packs have a new look to them, but they still have the cover page, I should say, has a new look. It has our branding and still has that coordinating cardstock on the front, which I love and I rely on a lot. So you'll notice that when you get your shipment in, that things look different. This is now different as well with the Creative Memories blue, the new Creative Memories logo. And if you are someone who leaves their or uses the boxes, keeps the boxes to store your Border Maker cartridges, now you have on the end, you have this Decorative Waves, so you know what punch it is and a sample of what it looks like on the edge of the box. And also, if you're an advisor who has their own business, this is a great way to show your customers what the punch looks like. All right, so let's make something with all of these fun products that we got here. It's like Christmas when I get my order in. All right. Hey, Margie, you found me. I'm glad you found me. You can always find me on my Facebook page, and you can find me on my YouTube channel. Those are the 2 places that I go live. I also go live in my Facebook group, Scrap Your Stash, and I go live in my VIP customer group. So there are 4 places that you can find me on Wednesday nights. And I know when you first go to the Facebook page, sometimes you have to keep refreshing it for it to kick in and refresh your page so that you can see the lives. So just keep that in mind as well, that you want to be sure and refresh your page a couple times so that the live pops up. And I'm glad you're here. And she said she's finishing up her December album. That's awesome. And starting her new 2026 calendar. That's awesome. Good for you. We are the Scrappy Wine Divas. Nice. Yes. And the colors for Your Own Way are gorgeous. Hey, Gail, I'm glad you made it here. Good to see you. And Debbie, I see, is here. Yep, we are here tonight, Debbie. We are doing a layout. I'm glad you guys are here, and thanks for saying hi. If you're just joining, I hope you'll say hi and let us know where you're joining from. That's always a fun thing to see where everyone is in the country, and sometimes we have ladies from other countries, which is just so cool. I love that. I love that we can all be together. Oh, well, look at this. This is the first cartridge that I've ordered this year. And so, like I was saying, it's got the new branding on the front. It's got a little sample of what the border punch looks like, border cartridge looks like on the front and on the side. And then it also has some little fun sayings here. Punch it, crop it, stick it. Nice. I like it. Oh, you can see that better on the bottom. Frame it, layer it, cut it. There you go. Do all those fun things. And that's what we do on Wednesday night, isn't it? We do all those fun things together. All right. So this is the punch that we are going to be using tonight. So we're just going to pop that cartridge right there in our punch mechanism, and it's going to pop up the what would you call that? It's going to pop this thing up on top so that we can punch it down. The punch lever, maybe. So once you put the cartridge in this punch holder or the cartridge holder, then this lever pops up so that you can actually do your punching. Okay. And then to remove the cartridge, there's a button on the back. So that's the first step when you're using our border maker system, is to get your cartridge into the puncher. The second piece of our border maker system is the paper holder. And what this does is this keeps your paper straight and it holds it still for you so that you can punch it. So normally I like to have my paper packs open before we start, but I didn't have a chance to do that tonight. So we're going to open these together. So here is the cardstock, the beautiful cardstock for Your Own Way. And like Margie was saying, these colors are just beautiful. I recommend using our multi-purpose tool. That's what I use to open my cardstock packs, because if you try and use your finger, there's a very good chance you will get a nice big paper cut from the cardstock. That is speaking from experience. So I use the multi-purpose tool, or I use a pair of our scissors to open the cardstock packs. And let's just pull them all out so we can see all of the colors. All right, so here is the Deep Orchid. Just beautiful color. And then there's two pieces of each. And so this is the beige. And this is the dark sea green. Any collection that has dark sea green in it is going to be the colors I love, because I love this dark sea green. I use it all the time. And then we have the Songbird Blue. And we have Caramel. Look at all of those gorgeous colors. Now, before I go any further, I am actually going to jump back over. Let me turn my camera back on, because I want to show you guys something really quick. I'm going to jump back over here to me. So you'll notice over my shoulder here, this section, this cube here, these are all new albums. These are all of the new albums that are out right now. And we have Deep Orchid. We have Caramel. We have, sorry, I'm going to get the right name, Songbird Blue. And we have, was that it? Yeah, I think that was it. So not only do we have the cardstock that goes with Your Own Way, but we also have matching albums that go with Your Own Way. So everything is going to be cohesive with your album. And I love that because I definitely want to match. I want everything to match in my album. And the album special is still going on, where if you buy 4 albums, you get to pick one of these albums that you see here for free. So they brought out some exclusive color albums, and those are all right here. And then that album that I picked to get free when I bought all of those, I did the mandala. Mandala? I don't know if I'm which way to announce that one, mandala or mandala, but it's blooms, mandala blooms. And I'm trying to show you how great the foil is on that. It's just beautiful. There we go. Now you can see it really well. See how that just pops. So that's the mandala blooms, and it's an Empress teal color. So teal, you know I'm going to love it if it's a teal. And then also for Your Own Way, this is the album cover. And see if I can't get, it's hard to get this one. There we go. Shine that right under that light. See how brilliant that foil is on the front, and how fun is this album? My little granddaughter, I'm sure, both of them actually, because they both love purple and pinks. So I know they're both going to love this album. So I'll set one aside for them to use as their yearly albums. But this is the Your Own Way album. But look at those pretty colors look how beautiful that looks up on your shelf. I love it. And then don't forget the spine sale is still going on. So if you want your albums to have that custom spine on them, excuse me, I'm pointing over here on my shelf. They have custom spine. Those albums have the custom spine where I have labeled them. That is still going on through the 23rd. So lots of great albums sale in January. They always do this album sale and spine sale. Spine sale, I think, is a couple times a year. So you have time to get some albums done and ready for the spine. Or you can order them, if you know what's going in them and you want to order them right away, you can do that as well. But just remember, another reminder, when you open a new album, write down the name of the album color in the back, on the back cover in the bottom. I always do it in pencil so that I can erase it, because that way when you're creating your spine, you know what color to order, because there is a big long list of spine colors that we have. So just an idea to make sure that you know what color to order when you're getting ready to order a custom spine. Okay, so we're going to flip back over to my table again. Hello, Angie. Yes, I know, my multi-purpose tool, I couldn't live without it. It's definitely one of those tools that is a go-to tool for me as well. Hey, Bev. Debbie, I'm so glad you finally found me. Hello, Rita. I'm so glad to see you guys. Thanks for saying hi. Thanks for joining. I'm glad you found me. I know sometimes when the lives are starting, it takes a minute for your page to refresh and for you to find it. So I'm so glad you're here. And I hope you're going to play alongside me tonight. Maybe if you have our Border Maker system, go grab that and grab whatever cartridge you love. And let's punch a border. And once we do that, then we're going to look through the paper packs and we'll decide which paper we want to put that border on. I'm going to use a piece of our new cardstock here from the sampler pack. And then we're going to talk about the project playbook too. So lots to talk about tonight. I love that. Okay. So which color should we use tonight? I'm feeling like I want to try one of the new colors. I've used the beige and the deep sea green. So I'm thinking I haven't tried this orchid. I really think I'm going to try an orchid and maybe even the blue. Sorry, I've already forgotten the name of the blue. Hold on. Songbird blue. Let me get the right color here. Nope. I had it lay in front of me. Here it is. Yeah, Songbird blue is the blue. So I think I'm going to grab those two colors because maybe we'll do a layered border. Remember on our box, it says layer it. So let's layer it tonight. All right. I'm going to start with the orchid. And so this is how you store the paper holder for your Border Maker system. But when you're ready to punch, you're going to flip that tray out. It tucks nicely underneath and actually locks, so it's not going to come out. But just grab that tray and unfold it all the way. It'll stay in place. It also locks in place when it's open. And then you're going to lift up the arm and you're going to slide your paper underneath the arm on top of that tray and right up against the edge of it. You want it to butt up right against the edge because that's what is keeping your paper straight. That's how you know you're lining your paper up and it's straight. You get it straight against that edge of the tray. Then push the arm down on your paper and fold the tray and lock it back underneath. And you can see the bottom of this, just like many of our tools, have these little feet on them that have the little rubber pads so that this isn't going to shift while you're trying to punch. So it's going to stay in place while you're punching. We already put our cartridge in the punch holder or in the puncher. And like I said, then this punch lever comes up for you to push down and punch. Now we're going to slide our paper in this slit, this opening right here. And you'll notice that there's a notch on the front of the lever right here. You're going to line that notch up with the notch that's on the paper holder. And there's 6 of them. So we're going to punch 6 times. You're also going to feel these 2 little buttons down here. They're going to lock in underneath in these notches, and that's what keeps it still and straight. So you want to feel it lock in underneath and while you're lining up that notch. So I feel it locked in. If I try and push it either way, it's not moving. It's locked into those notches. And we're going to punch. And then we're going to slide it down. Now, if you slide and you feel things are caught, maybe the paper is caught, we do have some pretty intricate borders that we punch with these punches. So sometimes those little pieces and those little spaces and open areas can get caught up in there. Just pull the mechanism off, move it down to the next notch and put it back on. Don't try and slide it down the paper. You don't want to rip your paper. This one is pretty, what do I say? This one isn't intricate. So, you know, we just have this pretty wavy, decorative wave. So I can't imagine that this will get caught up inside the cartridge. All right, so we've talked about this before, but let's review. We have 3 different styles of borders that punch with your border maker system. And you can tell which kind a border cartridge is if you turn it over and you look at the metal underneath. And you can tell this one is going to punch on the edge of your paper because the metal goes all the way to the edge of the cartridge. So it starts in the center and is all the way to the edge. The punches that punch a chain, which is a border that comes off the paper, you're going to see that it isn't a solid piece of metal here that touches the side. It's all in the center. There's no metal that touches the side. So you'll see that the metal is all in the center of the punch. Okay. And then the other type of punch that we have, the metal is from side to side, and it is punches on the edge of your paper as well. But you'll see the difference you can tell the difference between these just by looking at the metal underneath. Okay. And what I do is I label all of my punches, and so you can label it, and so you know if it's going to punch it on the edge, or if it's going to be a chain, or if it's going to be a solid. And you can put that, I put a label on the side of all of my cartridges so I know what style they are. All right, so there is our decorative wave. How cute is that? All right, let's trim that off. And let's do this wave. I'm going to give plenty of room for a layer. So I'm going to do 1.5 inches. And I'm going to use on my trimmer, I'm using the measurements over here. That way, when I have a narrow measurement, like 1 inch, anything up to 1 inch, and I think that's 3/4, 1 inch and 3/4, I measure it on this side because that way my paper is up against this ledge. I have more paper on the ledge, and I measure it this way. If I measure 1.5 inches this way, less of my paper is on an edge, and I have more of a risk of maybe cutting it and not being straight. So if I use this side, then all of this paper is up against the edge, and I have a better chance of not getting a crooked cut. So I said I'm going to do this one at 1.5 inches, and I'm going to trim this off. And I'm actually going to do that in the deep orchid another time so that I have 2 of these for a 2-page layout. So we're going to do that whole thing again with the deep orchid. So glad you're here with me for this tool highlight Wednesday. I love to share tools with you because I just love our tools. It is the first, well, let's see. What is the first thing that I fell in love with? I can't remember which came first, the album or the tools. I think it was the tools. I think I fell in love with Creative Memories tools. And then I started using the tools and bought my first album, and then I fell in love with the albums. It's just a big old love fest, I tell you. They are my favorite. They just cut so much better because I used to shop at just all of the little stores around me that happened to have an aisle of scrapbooking supplies, and their punches were really hard to use. they were really hard to push down. They didn't cut cleanly. They had jagged, like frayed edge. And we don't. Ours are just sharp and clean cuts and easy to use. I don't have to have a lot of strength here to punch these out. And it's real easy to transport this to your crops. And these little pieces that come off when you punch, they're great to use in your layouts too. All right, so we cut this one at 1.5 inches, the orchid. I'm going to cut the songbird blue. Let's do 1 inch. 1 inch. Let's see. Let me lay this. Let's check it out. Let's just do a little measuring and a little visual here because I want to layer it. How pretty is this? Okay. So, and I've got this at 1.5 inches. So I think I'm going to do 1 inch. We'll do 1 inch. We'll do a 1/2 inch difference between the two of them. And I'm just lining up the top of the wave, the top of this decorative wave. I just lined up the wave at the inch mark. So that's how I'm measuring at 1 inch. How fun. Okay, one more. We're getting a lot of experience with the border system. So like I was saying, very easy to transport this tool with you to crops. We have a great tote that fits all of the pieces. And I don't remember the exact number of cartridges that it fits, but you can take a lot. We have these great inserts that the pieces fit in, and they stay nice and snug, and they're not going to move around and get beat up when you're taking them to crops. And we have inserts that fit the pieces of the system. Both of these pieces slide into a slot in the insert. And then we also have inserts that are only for the cartridges. So like I said, you can take so many cartridges with you to your crop. But just be careful, because if you take all of those cartridges, it's very likely you'll have to share them, because people love the system and they may not have the same cartridges that you do. So there may be some sharing involved when you take your system to a crop. And that's fun. That's okay. We like to share. Oh, how cool is that? How fun does that look? Sorry, my mats keep shifting. How fun does that look? Oh my gosh. This is my first time using it, so I'm just admiring how awesome this decorative wave is. And if you have the cartridge, now I'm going to forget the name of it, the Rick Rack cartridge for the Border Maker system, I don't think it's still available, but if you are someone who has been collecting, if you're a collector, the Rick Rack is the same wave pattern. So you can combine the Rick Rack with this decorative wave. I'm trying to see if it's still available, and it's just taking a minute to search. I don't think it is. It's a cartridge that was from a couple years ago. Yeah, I don't see it out on my website, so I don't think it's still available. But if you are someone that has it in your tool box, the Rick Rack will coordinate with the decorative wave. It is the same pattern. All right, so let's grab our paper. Let's find a fun color or tone on tone or combination of both, and decorate with this beautiful border that we just made. I haven't seen any of this paper. Let's just take a look. I'm a visual person, so let's check it out. Okay, here's a nice stripe pattern in the songbird blue. Here's all of them. Look how beautiful that is. Gorgeous. Here's one that's in the caramel color. It's a fun, almost looks like a rock or, yeah, I love that pattern. And then, oh, here's a diagonal pattern. Very pretty. And it has some splatters of pink in it. Some of that bright pink that you see here in this piece. Bright pink. Ooh, then we've got a checkered, like random checkered teal color. Oh, and the pink, or the orchid, I should say. It's the orchid. And variations of the shade of the orchid. And then this beautiful orange with some X's. Another splatter. Very pretty. Very subtle too. And very versatile because this could be for, any occasion. It is all year round, so, it's going to work with so many things. Oh, I love this blue. Look at that with the arches on it. And then this caramel they look like the end of an arrow pointing. Beautiful teal. And then on the back of that is, it looks like the front of the album that I showed you with the little paint marks on it. Very cute. I do like that one. See, this is why, sometimes I buy 2 of the paper packs so that I can use each side. Look how pretty that looks with the paint marks. That's nice. And then here's the teal. It's really gonna match on everything because all of these colors match. That's what they do. That's how they make these collections, is so that everything matches. There's less that you have to think about. More time to scrap, less time thinking about how everything's going to coordinate because it's already coordinated for you. Oh, well, look at that. I'm really liking that one. I'm really like that look together. That looks really nice because you have a more busy background here, and then these 2 solid colors just really look great on and take away from some of that busyness. This one probably not so much because orchid is the bottom, but it still looks great. I mean, you can still see the orchid because it's a solid color. This one, it's going to stand out on really great. Oh yeah, really pretty. I'm really liking this blue though. I think that's probably what we're going to make tonight. We're going to use that blue. Here's the caramel. That looks great. Oh, there's the other blue. We're going to keep that aside. Here's that teal that has that, I said, that random like checkered. And then the other side is the pink that we looked at. Here's that blue that we started off with. That looks great too. And then this one, beautiful. All right. I mean, there's not a bad one in the house, but I'm going with the blue. You guys know I love blues and teals. I'm just drawn to it. So let's start with that one. Beautiful, beautiful paper. I can't wait to use it in my calendar album. Remember, we're going to do that the first Wednesday of the month. So February 4th, we'll be working on calendar albums together. And I am using the 6 3/4 by 10 size album, the journal albums that we have this year, trying something new, changing it up a little bit. So I'll be working in that size, But I'm also still working on my 25 album, and I got my pictures today. So I might be doing a page of each that night. All right. So I'm going to have some fun with some foam now. You know, I have to have foam squares in all of my layouts, and I'm going to use our new foam tape. Check that out. It's one of the new adhesives that came out. Yes, yeah, it's one of the new adhesives that came out this week with this week's launch, foam tape. They also came out with, oops, sorry. Let me start this over. It tends to want to curl. I don't know if I'll be able to take it off now. Let me just do it real easy. They also came out with some thinner foam squares. So you have two different thicknesses that you can put on your layouts. So if you don't want the thickest foam squares, you can use the thinner ones, and they won't be quite as bulky in your albums. Plus, it gives two different levels of dimension if you use thick and thin on the same layout. So check out the new foam squares too. Okay, there we go. I did that better that time. But with long border pieces like this, if you're going to use foam tape is the way to go, right? Because then you just have one piece of backing to peel off, and it all is even. So there's no dipping down. If you use the foam squares, sometimes, pieces of it may dip down in a place where you didn't put a foam square. So I like the foam tape for that for sure. And look how fun that is. All right, I'll hold it up closer so you guys can see it here in a minute. All right, so let's try and get this on in the center of this border. I'm going to line this up on my mat. And I'm lining it up against just one of the lines on the mat, the vertical lines, and then across the bottom, the horizontal line, just right there in that corner, just lining it up, just trying to get it as straight as I can, do the best I can. And then I'm just going to see, using the little tick marks on your mat, the little measurements down here, the little 16ths of an inch. Yep. The 16th of an inch marks. Just make sure you have the same on each side of your top piece, and that'll be your center. That is my method because I am not a math person. All right, so I'm just going to peel a little bit back, fold it over. I don't want to take the whole thing off because then if I have to reposition it, then I have to try and peel the whole thing off. This way I'm just lining it up as I go and peeling off the backing as I go. So again, I'm going to line it up with those 16th of an inch to make sure that I have the same space on each side. I've got 1, 2 on that side. I've got 1, 2 on this side. I think this is good here. Making sure that I have it against the edge, that the edges are lined up. And then I just have to do the same thing at the top. Oh, I've shifted a little bit here. There we go. Let me get my bottom piece lined up again. I shifted a little bit on my mat, so let me line that up again. On my lines here. There we go. Okay. Now, at this point, I will take the rest of the backing off, but this part that I had taken the backing off is stuck down to the bottom piece. So I'm going to take the rest of the backing off now, and then just line it up at the top. Sorry, it's shifted on me again. There we go. At that second 16th of an inch mark. There we go. Perfect. And maybe it's not perfect, and that's fine too. but it looks great. I'm really happy with it. And it's got that depth. Let me hold it up there so you can see. Oh, there we go. Focus. See how it's lifted with that foam tape and just gives it a fun look. And you get a shadow, behind it. So it's just going to bring it out. Another way to bring out this top piece, we could have taken our ink and inked the edges of it. That would have looked great too. That would have brought it out even more. So lots of different ways you can be creative. It just depends on how much you want to be creative, right? If it's a page maybe sometimes you want to be more creative than other times. So I definitely have some pages that I go all out on and some pages that I don't. And they both are gorgeous and they both look great because they have our memories on them. Okay, there we go. Just a fun little system that helps you make some gorgeous borders to decorate your pages. Hey, and does anybody like to pre-make borders? Put that in the chat. Do you pre-make borders before a crop? And that way you don't have to take a whole bunch. Maybe it's a crop that's just, a couple hours or an all day crop and you don't want to take a lot with you. Do you ever pre-make your borders? I am in such envy of you because I would love to do some of that pre-work before a crop so that I didn't have as much to take with me. And I just feel like you get so much done when you do a little bit of pre-work. I feel like when I go to a crop and I'm taking my pre-made pages that I get so much done because I'm just adding pictures to pages instead of making the entire layout. Okay, so I have my bottom piece lined up. I'm going to line up this piece that I have pulled the backing off of, again, with those two marks so that I'm centering it. Give a little press so that it'll stay still for me. And I'm going to take the rest of the backing off and I'm going to line up the top like so. There we go. Yay! Our first border of 2026 on our new Your Own Way collection that we're going to be using all year long and have a beautiful, cohesive album with all of these great colors, bright and cheerful. Now, don't forget, when you buy the whole collection, when you buy the, let me say this again, when you buy the Buy It All bundle, you are going to get all of the pieces we talked about tonight, plus you get this bonus project playbook. And this is going to show you how to use every piece of paper in your paper packs. So if you make all of these layouts in this booklet, you will have used up the whole collection. I love that. I love that we're going to show me how to use it all. I'm not going to have any scraps left. I'm going to use everything in the collection. I love that idea. Oh, and look at this. A one-page layout. Isn't that gorgeous for your first page of a month? If you're doing the calendar album with us this year, this would be gorgeous for the first page of your month, a title page. If you're not going to do a calendar grid, this is a great option for that. Oh, we've got so many different things we can do for our calendar albums. I can't wait. Yeah, so it says, make the most of Your Own Way collection by using this project playbook to create 4 projects totaling 6 pages. And I'm pretty sure that this is supposed to use up every single thing in the collection are the playbooks. And it tells you how to cut them. It gives you all the instructions. So if you are someone that likes our project recipe kits, or you like a good kit and you want to have all the instructions, the cutting instructions, you love putting kits together, these are the things for you. And what I love also about these, they 3-hole punch them for us so that we can put them in our creative motivation binders, which are still available out there. It's a 3-ring binder that is 3 inches wide, and you can put all of these great ideas in that binder and take it with you on your crops. So how great is that to have everything ready to go? All right. So one last thing before you leave me tonight, before we part ways and you guys go on to make all of your beautiful layouts that you're going to make tonight, or maybe you're just going to get organized. I hope that there's been some time for you to spend in your room tonight and do something fun that you love to do. I wanted to share with you my layouts from the virtual crop that we had this past weekend. This one in particular because this was the 2-page layout, because when we were punching out our borders tonight, I mentioned that sometimes we use the pieces that aren't the border that come that are produced when we punch the border out, and that's what I did in this layout. I used the positive space and the negative space. So when we punch out a border, this was the positive space, this was the border, and then all of the pieces that came off the paper were the negative space, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I used the negative space here on this layout, and this was from like I said, the Creative Memories virtual crop this past weekend from the sketch. And that's what I used here along this border was the negative space, because I thought this looked like Lego pieces to me. And this is a collection called Super Duper Boy, and it's going to be for one of my grandson's albums. So, and you can see the Lego pieces are on this side as well. But I just thought that was fun. And like I said, I use my border maker system all the time. Oh, I happen to have it laying here. So this is what actually punches out when you punch out the border with the border maker system. And these are the pieces that are left when you punch it out. And I just placed them together. So you can see, if I put this in the right place, there's my strip of paper, like so. And I use the pieces that came off after I punched out this border. So fun way to use all of the pieces from your border maker system. It's a great tool to have in your toolbox. And like I said, it's great for transporting to your crops. I'm just going to move these out of the way here. I just wanted to share with you my finished layouts from the crop this past weekend. Okay, so I don't remember if this was layout 3 or 4, but it was one of the 2-page layouts. Oh, I know how to remember. I wrote them on the back. Oh, I didn't write it on the back of this one. Oh, shoot. Then that one must be 4. This is sketch number 3. Yeah, so this one's 4. So here's sketch number 3. Here's my layout from sketch number 3. I hope you'll join us at our next Friday night virtual crop. We have so much fun making the sketches together. Here is sketch number 2, and here's sketch number 1. 1 and 2 are always a 1-page layout. We make them into 2-page layouts, and they'd also go together if you wanted to make them into 2-page layouts. And then 3 and 4 are always a 2-page layout. So those are the 4 sketches that we did this past weekend at my Friday night virtual crop together. We always make the sketches from the Creative Memories virtual crop. And then you can take a picture and post them out to the virtual crop page and try and win a prize. So if you are trying to win a prize, you have to get them in by Tuesday at midnight. So that's already passed if you haven't posted them. But You still want to post a picture, because if you are going to do the tracker for 2026 and try and win the grand prize at the end of the year, a $200 shopping spree, then you have to post pictures of every single sketch page, that layout that you make from the sketches in the group. So just some things to keep in mind as you're planning out your 2026. Okay, let me jump back over because we've got a lot of comments here. Yes, Margie said the mandala album is so gorgeous. That's the one I showed you earlier tonight. And Your Own Way album foil shimmers, and she loves hers. Good. I'm glad, Margie. And she also got the 2026 album cover. Nice. Good for you. Gail said she likes the borders. Thanks so much, Gail. Okay, and Debbie, thank you for answering my question. I appreciate it. Debbie says she does pre-make borders by theme. Good for you. So cruise, Christmas, sports genre, etc. So you probably make those because those are the scrapbooks that you make every year, right? So you do a cruise album, you do a Christmas album, and so forth, and you can pre-make your borders. That's a great way to plan out your albums and plan out some and pre-make some borders so you have them ready. Bev said she does not make pre-make her borders anymore because she found that she wasn't using them and she needs to do more planning. So she would pre-make them, but then wouldn't use them. Maybe they would be, put somewhere and then you forget that you have them, or maybe you just never find the right place to use them. So I get that too. I understand that. Sports. Yep, I got you, Debbie. No worries. And then Bev said she does need to do more planning. I know, I feel like I do too. I know some ladies that will write out every single album they're going to do every year and then cross it off as they're finishing, which I love that. And they write out pictures, the pictures they're going to put in those albums. So what a great way to be organized and plan. It's not something I do. I don't plan. I don't write anything out like that, except the only thing I do is I love a spreadsheet. So I did start a spreadsheet this year so I can keep track of when I finish one of my grandkids' albums. I can keep track of the last date that I put in that album, so I know which date to start with in the next album. So just something that I don't have to keep going back and asking my grandkids or my daughters, what was the last page in their album? What's the date on it? There you go. Debbie said she does a sports because she has a lot, because her grandkids play sports. Nice. I love it. All right, I'm going to jump back over here. Give me just a sec. I'm going to turn my camera back on. There we go. Well, this was fun. I had fun highlighting the Border Maker system with you tonight. You can check that out on my website just by hovering over my QR code up here in the corner. There are lots of fun borders cartridges, and they come out all year long. So it's a tool that is not going anywhere. We have had this, I don't even remember how long we've had this tool on the market, but a long time. And actually last year what they did was we have a secret boxes every quarter, and the tool that you were guaranteed to get in every secret box was an exclusive Border Maker cartridge. So it is a tool that is, like I said, is going to be in our catalog for a very long time because it is very popular. It's one of the best sellers. So check that out. Lots of fun ways to use the Border Maker system. I know that there are lots of videos out there on YouTube on using it on circles and on different shapes and cutting the border on the outside of the shape. So lots of very creative ways to use your Border Maker system. So next Wednesday, let's take a look at what we will be doing next Wednesday. So according to our monthly agenda out on my website, the third Wednesday is a new collection highlight. So I should have my On the Bright Side by next Wednesday, I hope. and we can take a look at that beautiful new collection and make a fun layout with that. So I hope you will join me. I'm looking forward to spending lots of fun time with you all through the year, and hopefully, helping you to get motivated to work on some pages and get your albums done. We can't wait to see what you're working on this year. We hope that you'll share it with us in my Scrap Your Stash group. If you are not a member of my Scrap Your Stash group, do I have a QR code for that? Oh my gosh, I don't think I do. I will have to get that created. And yeah, I don't think I have a QR code. Hold on. VIP group, virtual crops. Yeah, I do not have a QR code for that group, but if you go out to Facebook and do a search on Scrap Your Stash with Pam's Scrapbooks, I'm sure you'll find me. I would love for you to follow me. And a reminder, for those of you who have been in my Friday Night Virtual Crop Facebook group, that I am turning that group off so that everything is in my Scrap Your Stash group, so that we have just that one place to have all of the information on my events, on the new products, on, to share our layouts with each other. So be sure, if you are a Friday Night Virtual Crop Facebook group member, that you go join my other group, because I am going to turn the Friday Night Virtual Crop group off tomorrow. So there's no, rush to do it, but just wanted to remind you, because my Scrap Your Stash group is going to be there as long as we are together. And but just remember to come join us, because that's where all of the fun happens, is on my Scrap Your Stash Facebook group, and also in my Pam's Scrapbooks Facebook page. So a couple places where, I try and do some fun things, and we can have some fun together on our in Facebook together. All right. So we will get together next week for Scrap Your Stash, and let's talk about Friday Night Virtual Crop. The next one is on Friday, January 23rd. Let me get this scrolling here. Oh, there we go. I hope you will put that on your calendar and you will join us, because we have so much fun. The sketches that we looked at tonight, we made those at my Friday Night Virtual Crop. We have a group of ladies who have been getting together for the last 2 years, and we just love welcoming new ladies to our party, and we have a great time together. You can work and make the things alongside with us, or you can work on your projects, or you can just join and hang out with us and talk and socialize. Whatever you feel like you need that Friday night, come and hang with us and have a good time. But put that on your calendars. We'll be together on the 23rd. All right. Well, I will see you all next week. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and happy scrapping. Good night.